I'm Red Beard the Hippy here with Steve from Skinlab, and we're getting ready to do an interview for their show in Colorado Springs.
Sure.
So obviously Skinlab has been around for a while now.
Sure.
How many years have you guys been?
Since 1995, 4-ish. We started 95 in California. We put out our first record in 97. And toured, fucking beating up the street ever since.
So obviously with 30 years of tour experience, are the tours now different than from when you first started out versus like the recovery time after shows?
You know, unfortunately, we don't give ourselves much recovery time, and we'll go when we can. But as far as, we used to tour 17 months out for a record cycle. You know, each record back then, which was pretty exhausting. You know, we had a lot of money behind us with Century Media, so we were able to be on tour buses and have the comforts of RVs and nice vans. Not that we don't now, but you know. The touring's become a little bit more selective and smarter now, you know. It's not just because we've been older. I mean, life, obviously, experience. You know, we have more, would you say, responsibilities, but you know, we get up, stretch it out, and go. Fucking, you know, there's no doubt about it. You know?
Well, like we were just talking about the shoes, where you put on go from like your Vans or sandal flip-flops to regular shoes, and if you move wrong and crunch, snap, oh shit.
Yeah, last night's fucking, everything. That move, nah, but I'm a true believer, you know, you stay 21 forever if you wear Vans, you know. So I put on my fucking Nikes and it's like, oh, what the fuck, give me my Vans, god damn it, you know.
Well, that's the, I don't know if it's the best mentality, but it basically is the...
Dude, it works for me, all right? Leave me the fuck alone. No. I don't, anyone else, whatever.
It's basically part of doing the stuff. You got to figure out what works for you and what doesn't work.
I mean, I'm a Vans kid. I'm a fucking skateboarder kid, BMXer, fucking, so that's just part of my life, you know. 55, but I still feel like I'm
until you hit the ground and you're like, just give me a moment, give me a moment.
Until you hit the ground, you're like, ow.
Just let me lay here, I'm good.
Yeah, dude, I took a slip on stage the first time. I've taken a slip in a long time, and I'm still recovering.
Let me guess, groin area?
No, shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, those tend to take a little...
They do, and then, you know, you got to work and you got to do stuff and you just keep on opening up that wound, man. It just never heals. Fuck it.
Well, it's
so I have my wife for it, right? She could hear me cry all day long.
Shut up and get back on stage.
No one else is going to see it on stage. You wouldn't know. This is when I get off, like, The guys are like, you need ibuprofen? And I'm like, dude, fuck, none of that shit's going to help. None of it's going to help. Just cut the fucking thing off and I'll be better off, you know?
Oh, yeah. And
I feel like it.
The injuries are probably the knees are probably in great shape and...
You know, I mean, it is what it is. They aren't, but once the lights go on, we just go. You'll see it tonight. You know, I mean, you have to. The adrenaline flow and the trade of adrenaline back and forth between the fans. You know, it makes you go. Last night was our first show in 2.5 months, and it seemed like it was our 7th, 8th show of the tour. You know, so we've been doing it this long. It's, just pick up and go, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you kind of have to. It's...
You get to.
Well, yeah, you get to.
You kind of get to. Dude, we're on tour with Snot. They're sharing our fans with us every night.
I think that might be one of those ones, shoulder injury, you have to get up there.
Yeah, I wasn't going to cancel this shit. I mean, it's been going on for a while, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's just the injuries of doing it, yep. You run into them. What are you going to do?
But that hour adrenaline rush is like nothing else.
Nothing else. No.
Only people that have been on stage understand it, and people who haven't.
Yeah. I mean, and there's plenty of things that compare to it, but music is it for me.
And then, let's see. So obviously you're out on this tour. What kind of upcoming events do you guys?
You know, we have a tour that we can't really announce yet because it's up in the air. The headlining band keeps getting offered bigger tours. So We have a feeling it will be announced soon if it's going to happen, and but we have a bunch of festivals that we're going to do this summer, and unfortunately they're overseas.
But that's also cool though.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. We've been very fortunate to build a nice family, and part of our new management team is over in Czech Republic. So we've gone there a couple times now. We're going back again. Played Fecht Fest, so we're really stoked. And just doors are opening up for us, and it's just really cool. I think the showing the fans that we're back. Our new single, Flesh Wounds, is out there doing pretty good. So it's we just got to show up. You know what I mean?
And
fucking throw down.
Put on the best show you can.
That's right. It translates. I mean, I didn't ask last night, but I mean there was 700-800 kids there, and I usually ask where's all my OGs at. So you see the pitches forks all around there. So I'm like, so that tells me all these fucking people the first time they've ever seen Skinlab. That's fucking sick. So there's a whole new generation of people that are hearing of us, and we're getting emails today of like new fans, like, "Oh my God, I'd never even heard of you, and I'm a new fan," and so that's really cool.
Well, and it's also obviously it shows longevity there too, where like the OGs are now like introducing their kids to some of these bands, and now the kids are seeing that, oh, this band's coming through. Fuck it, I gotta go hit this show up. I want to see them.
Yeah.
Dad said they were awesome.
So many kids last night. Tonight too. It was really cool. We get that a lot. And, for some reason, marriages too. We seem to unite people. Skinlab is. There's a lot of Skinlab marriages out there. There's a few Skinlab. There's a lot of Skinlab failed marriages out there too. A couple that we know of, but hey, trying. There's something about us, at our when you come out to a show and just everyone's cool, hanging out, and what that happened? You met at our show? You met at our show? Wow, okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like it's the little things where, like, obviously people don't hear about that.
Right.
But like doing this interview, being able to find out that, you guys heard that this couple got married because they met at your show, which is.
That's amazing. I mean, that's beyond anything that we ask for. You know what I'm saying? I've always said that we get paid in handshakes. Like, we don't get royalty checks. We make money on the road. And every time we're, me and my wife are out to dinner and a kid might recognize me, like, am I interrupting you? Like, fuck no, you're not interrupting me, man. You just paid me. It's just paid for my dinner. You know what I mean? A handshake is worth so much to me nowadays, and that's not nowadays. It's always been what Skinlab has been about. We've always said, because it happens. One more person than one is always all we've ever asked for. So sometimes we've had two people at our shows. Careful what you ask for, but you throw down for those fucking two people, bro.
Well, it's kind of like that story about Slipknot doing a show in Kansas City for like 12 people.
Wow.
Like it's one of the, like when they were first starting out, and it's like, those are the cool stories where it's like I was at that show. Dude, I saw this band when they had 20 people in the venue, and it
happens in so many different ways. I seen Pearl Jam. 8 people, and half of them were me, the guys in Violence, Rob Flynn. We were all, up front. 8 people. Like Eddie Vedder gave me his beer, and I was like, what do I want this for? Oh, cool, thanks, dude. You know what I mean? That was fucking rad.
But it's one of those cool, mind-blowing moments. A kid.
We're talking about it now.
Oh yeah.
35 years later. I wonder if he remembers that. I bet you he does. I bet you, because those times where I definitely remember stuff. And
but it's
he's a real dude.
But it's those type of like memories that are just kind of etched into your brain where. Like, it's the cool thing about being a fan versus, like, obviously I listen to a lot of music. I know I have at least 2 Skinlab CDs at home. So, like, it was one of those, when I saw your guys' name, it's like, I know them. And then I'm, like, digging through all my stuff, and I'm like, where are these albums at? Like, I know I've got them.
Cool.
But then I've got stuff in storage units, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's in one of those ones, but...
Yeah, we're that dog. You know what I mean? We seriously are. We're that hidden gem, I think.
Oh yeah.
And you listen to the records, and because I have bands that I feel are parallel to us in my life, you know, that I'll pick up and, you know, be like, oh, shit. I just heard Leeway the other day after the longest time, and I'm like, ooh, I forgot all about this shit. This shit's got soul, man. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I dig it. And I think that I can speak for ourselves, as even for the band. I think that we fall in that category, in that place in someone's heart. Something about Skinlab, you know, very proud.
So obviously, like with the touring and touring with large amounts, like we were just talking about Rod Flim, and you know, probably most likely becoming friends with some of these artists that, from an outsider looking in, where it's like these guys are, you know, so and so from this band or so and so from this band. Like, do you see them as that person from this band, or do you see them as, you know, just your buddy that you're getting together with, and you know?
I absolutely do. I mean, I wear my influences on my sleeve, you know. I still stutter when I talk to Rob, and he fucking knows it. He's like, what you do, bro? You know. And, you know, it is what it is. Fucking, we've grown up in the Bay Area. We're around all these people, and they become second nature. But, I mean, guarantee I run into Rob all the time, and it's the same thing. You know? and it's cool. I mean, Doc fucking Coyle from Bad Wolves. And one of my favorite bands. He's playing for Snot tonight, you know, and it's fucking awesome, you know.
And that's kind of the cool thing about some of the metal community, where somebody will have to leave a band, and this new person hops in, and suddenly it's like, holy shit, so-and-so's.
Well, yeah, that's what you're saying. It's just the whole community, metal community. I mean, it's pretty tight-knit, you know, and even if it isn't, sometimes it just happens to align, you know, and it's in the right place at the right time, or just there. I've always been a fly on the wall kind of quiet dude, so I've gotten to see a lot in my life. It's put me in some pretty cool places, because I'm not the guy that you're fucking, you know, you ever make leave. I've never been that dude, you know, so I'm like your camera half the time, you know, it just goes right up here, and that's good enough for me, you know.
Well, and I like interviewing different bands and seeing different artists, and, you know, being able to ask not your typical questions that, you know, because you've probably done your fair share of interviews over time, and there's a lot of the same repetitive questions where you just kind of go into, you're still engaging,
flight mode.
But it's like, yeah, we just released an album, yeah, okay, da-da-da-da-da, and you just go through the motions, versus like a new question where it's like, ooh, we're going to engage with that.
Yeah, right, like we're doing now.
Yeah.
We used to do press days, and, you know, we'd fly out to Germany and do press tours for the albums back in the day, and those were exhausting. I mean, here I am in Germany, talking to Metal Hammer, and, you know, fucking Metal Hammer Italy, and like, wow, this shouldn't you ever be happening to a young boy, dude. Just played fucking, wrote a fucking goddamn song called Fail Face, and they want to talk about it? Okay. You know, but I don't know, I mean, that's what I've been doing my whole life. Deserve to be there, you know, and it's just really cool that, yeah. I mean, sometimes you can overlook the fact that,
like, oh, I got to do another press tour.
Right.
But I'm going to Germany.
Yeah,
I'm going to Austria.
Do these people want to talk to me? I mean, and again, that's a paycheck. I'm more than happy to do an interview. I'm more than happy to talk to people. So, it sucks when I've been there and seen people getting asked for autographs, you know, or pictures, you know, and only to see the artist be like, no. What? You know, like, what? Did you just say to your fan? Like, holy shit, okay, you know. So.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I also get there's certain circumstances where it's like, can I get an autograph? Nah, man, I got to go. My mom just is in the hospital. Like, okay, we'll look past that.
Something like that could happen. Right?
Yeah, or
we're all human.
Or, like, out with the kids or something where it's like, hey, man.
But that, dude, come on. Come on, Flea, sign my shit. You know? Yeah, I'm sorry, but going up and bugging people while they're eating dinner, I don't do that. But I don't see a problem with that. You know, come on. Who the fuck are you not to fucking say hi? Just won't do that.
Well, and then it'll, like, if you give the interview or you give the autograph, then it gets back to their friends like, dude, I just met so-and-so from this band and coolest guy on the planet.
Do you remember when that happened to you? I do. You know, when I got someone's Gary, I remember the first time I met Gary Holt, and I've become very good friends with him. I had seen him walking out in the Oakland Coliseum at some big show, and I was like, hey, when's Exodus playing again? He's like, tomorrow night in the toilets. What's up, brother? What's up? And I was like, really? Oh, that's weird. But then I went, and I'm just like, I read all their lyrics, and then everything came, you know, Toxic Waltz came out, and I just seen the humor in them. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? But like, no, I don't have time, kid. You're gonna sell my shit on eBay. Cats.
I was in a band, and I do remember when somebody came up and asked for an autograph, and that was like being just a local guy, not out on tour or anything, just
sure
mind-blowing. Or like the tour band that got introduced, like my buddy was like, hey, come here really quick, this is so-and-so, I wanted you to meet him. And it's like like, you know, just being this like 18-year-old kid who's meeting like the headliner before the meet and greet, and it's like
yeah, before the meet and greet, a little special little vibe. That's cool, man. That's
well, I
awesome.
pulled into the parking lot, and he pulled in right behind me, and I was getting ready to go in the front, and he's like, no, here, meet these guys. Okay, now we're gonna go in through the side door. And then I ended up working at the record store later, so it was it was cool.
I remember one time after NAMM, me and Provo were walking, and Max Cavalera, Provo's our old guitar player, and Max Cavalera was walking out, and Max seen him, he's like, hey, what's up, bro? And he's like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And I turned around, I'm like, Max, what's up? How you doing, bro? Jesus, fucking, you know, and but he noticed him, and I noticed the king, you know.
But yeah, that's
loud background, sorry.
Because they're wanting somebody to move a vehicle. Yeah.
Well.
No, but I definitely appreciate your time and
awesome. Great
talking
to meet
you. And
absolutely.
I mean, hanging out with you for like you guys for an hour before anybody else showed
First
up.
One here, huh? We had to fight for parking.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, you guys got the. I was not going.
Premium.
I was not going to be the dick and park in the artist spot, but I was going to park in the other side where there was no signs or anything that says, you know, bar owner, venue owner. It's like, okay, there's no signs. I'll park here.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. It was a pleasure meeting you, bro.